Born of nuclear radiation and destined to walk the earth forever, welcome to Godzilla Reviewthon! What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeek Mixer here to give you guys Godzilla entry number 18 to the Godzilla franchise, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. So guys, this one is taking place in 1991, 2 years after Godzilla vs. Violente. And it was an interesting take in the Godzilla franchise because they decided to add time travel into this. The reason for that is because Toho figured that with Back to the Future having such great effects on their film, they decided, why don't we add some time travel to it? And they did a good job with it, to say the least. Basically, Godzilla, first off, he is still in hibernation from his battle with Violente, thanks to the anti-nuclear energy bacteria that was given to him by the army back in the previous film. And in this film, they decided to bring back one of his classic enemies, King Ghidorah, mostly because Toho saw that in Godzilla vs. Violente, the box office didn't do so well, so they felt that if they brought back one of their classic monsters, it would get more box office success, and indeed it did. But this film was definitely something to see. It definitely used plots differently. First off, you have Futurians who come from the future of the 23rd century who warn people of Japan in the present time, that being 1991 or 92, whichever way you look at it. All you know is that they came here to warn the people of Japan that Godzilla will rise again and a nuclear pollution will also destroy Japan. And since they needed to make sure that doesn't happen, they decided they have to remove Godzilla from history. They have to go back in time and remove him from history. And they have an idea on where he comes from, thanks to a writer named Terasawa, who, if you look at the actor who plays this guy, it's that same guy who played in Godzilla vs. Violente, the one who was piloting the Super X. But now he's a main character role. Congrats on this guy. But what this guy believed was that from a Japanese veteran, there was a dinosaur on the island of Lagos in 1944 that ended up being mutated by the H-bomb test in Bikini Island back after World War II, back in 1954. Well, then since they went off of that theory, they decided to go back in time where they would see the dinosaur as it was attacking American forces, but not before getting heavily injured by American battleships. But still, don't underestimate a dinosaur as it decimated those guys. But after being decimated, since it was heavily injured, it would stay lying down forever, like looking like it would die. Well, not without the Futurians deciding that since this really is the Godzilla, it's time we teleported this monster away from the island so that when the H-bomb hits, it won't become Godzilla. So they do that, they teleport it, they send it from that island to the Barren Sea deep within the ocean. And after doing that, though, what the present people of Japan found out was that the Futurians had a secret agenda. You see, they had these little tiny pets known as Dorats, and after they finished their mission, these Dorats were left on Lagos Island. They took the place of that dinosaur, and when they went back to the present, they found out that a new monster had appeared, King Ghidorah. And that's right, guys, King Ghidorah was made into what he was due to those three little Dorats taking the place of the dinosaur and getting exposed to the H-bomb test, combining to become that three-headed dragon menace, which goes around terrorizing Tokyo. Lots of destruction too, mind you. After King Ghidorah is around, they know they need Godzilla to rise again. What they didn't know, though, here is that Godzilla was already still in existence. Because if they hadn't noticed, they're still remembering him. And the reason for that is because, well, even though they may have teleported that dinosaur away from the island into the ocean, in 1970, there was a nuclear submarine that was sunk out there, and that's what made that Godzilla sword into the Godzilla that would attack Japan in Return of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Violente. That's right, guys. This one, it wasn't the radiation that made that dinosaur that attacked in 1954. No, it went as it went in there. In 1954, the H-bomb did awaken the first Godzilla, but not this one. But either case, with this one eventually being cured of its anti-nuclear energy bacteria, thanks to the Japanese government sending in a nuclear submarine hoping to turn the dinosaur into Godzilla. Instead, they find Godzilla, and Godzilla's cured of its anti-nuclear energy bacteria. And not only that, he is now bigger than ever. He used to be 80 meters tall, but he grew to 20 meters tall, 100 meters tall, and much more powerful than ever. Coming out from the waters of Japan, he stomps into Tokyo where he meets King Ghidorah, and they have a fierce battle that looks like at first King Ghidorah is winning it, even suffocating him using his middle neck to choke Godzilla, but luckily Godzilla uses its nuclear pulse and then chops off its middle head. Probably his way of saying, he ain't using that middle head against me anymore. But it only got more worse for King Ghidorah as he was shot down into the water. But then the problems just got worse for him. While King Ghidorah was gone, Godzilla was still around, and he was the one now causing rampage, destroying Tokyo. So they need King Ghidorah's help to do it. Roles are reversed now. And while Godzilla was out there destroying Japan, he had a little one-on-one encounter with one of the Japanese soldiers back in World War II who saw the dinosaur Godzilla soar in 1944. What's funny is how Shindo was thinking this Godzilla was his friend, but yeah, can't get it as worse than that, man. Maybe he wasn't your friend after all. I always considered that dinosaur was just protecting his territory and never trying to protect you guys. But we all have our different opinions of that one. But either case, after destroying Shindo, we finally find that the Futurians, one of the Futurians who went rogue and decided to help its present-day Japan, went back in time to the 23rd century, where it found King Ghidorah, revived it into Mecha-KingGhidorah, and it was sent back into the present to help stop Godzilla. And while they two were battling, it was pretty much both sides having an advantage over each other. But it was a great Godzilla fight, to be honest with you. And it only got more intense until finally Emmy, the one who's piloting it, uses Mega-KingGhidorah's cables to grab Godzilla and drag him out of the city and back into the ocean. Where Godzilla decided that if he's going back in the ocean, you're coming with him, which he does, but he's the only one left standing from that fight. So that was pretty much King Ghidorah versus Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. And guys, this is a great film. I mean, the plots of having a human antagonist from the future want to destroy Japan, while you got them from the present trying to protect their country, and then how the roles in these monsters are reversed. First, King Ghidorah is supposed to be the threat. Then, when he's gone, Godzilla's the threat, and they need King Ghidorah not to help him stop that threat. It's insane, man. And what I really loved was how it explained the birth of the second Godzilla, the Heisei era Godzilla. It was amazing. It's almost like saying, dude, if you don't get this film, you're not gonna be, or better yet, what am I saying? All I'm saying is get this film. It was great. I mean, come on, the time travel plot with how it brought in how the first Godzilla was created is something to behold. And then King Ghidorah being introduced, that was something to behold too. I mean, seriously, guys, get this film. You won't be disappointed. It's like also one of those must-see Godzilla films, without a doubt. But in any case, I'll leave it at that for today. If you enjoy my videos, click that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. Until then, I'll see you in the next Godzilla Reviewthon! Until then, MegaGeek signing out. Bye!